Hi all. In this section, we are going to discuss on the delta star transformation. So whenever we are having the resistances in an electric circuit, then we need to find out sometimes the equivalent resistance across 2 points, sometimes the current through a particular resistance or current voltage across one of the resistances. So if it is a simple circuit, it is very easy to find out. So one such case, you can just see it over here. The first figure which you see it over on the left hand side. I want to find out the equivalent resistance between the points A and point B. So here you can see that the resistance 1 ohm and 1 ohm are connected in series. So the total resistance is 2 ohms. So that 2 ohm is coming in parallel with the existing 2 ohm. So the equivalent resistance RAB is nothing but 1 ohm because 2 ohm and 2 ohm are coming in parallel. So it is very easy to find out. But there are certain cases where the resistances are connected in a very complex manner. A normal way of analyzing the problem will not help in solving that particular system. So just imagine that I am going to introduce another resistance over here, another resistance over here, and over here. Say this is 3 ohm, this is 2 ohm, this is 5 ohm. Now again you are going to ask to find out what is the equivalent resistance between A and B. You may find difficulty in finding the equivalent resistance between the points A and B because of the included network inside the already existing system. So just imagine that we already have a delta connected system. So this is looking like a delta. And to this delta, there is a star which is formed inside the system, which made the system more complex when finding the equivalent resistance. So you have a delta, within that you are having another star network. So just imagine whatever that inside star network, whether it is possible to convert to a delta form, which will help in analyzing that particular system. So just imagine that whatever existing star network, 3 ohm, 2 ohm, and 5 ohm, whatever which you see note over here, can be converted to a delta format. So you'll be having a delta format like this. So which I will mark it over here. So the equivalent star network, I am converting it to delta. So if I am able to do like this, then it is very easy. So these two becomes parallel, these two becomes parallel, and these two becomes parallel. And these two parallel are coming in series. So we can find out the equivalent resistance between these 2 points. And again, this section and this section comes again in parallel. So you will be able to find out the equivalent resistance across A and B. So here in this system, we are trying to find out whether any particular network can be converted from a delta to star or from star to delta. So the entire process is coming through a particular derivation. That is how we can convert a star form to a delta form, or from a delta form to a star form. There is a particular derivation is there. From the syllabus point of view, you did not go into the in-depth of the derivation, but the sake of understanding, you can go through the textbooks to understand how it is being derived. So here we'll be directly going into the formula in order to convert a delta to star or from a star to delta form. So how we are trying to do is that we'll be converting this particular star network to a delta network like this, and then these two are in parallel, these two are in parallel, and these two are in parallel. So effectively it becomes like this, and later it is A and B, A and B. So this is how we are doing a star to delta transformation, and then we are simplifying the network and coming to the final solution. So first intention is to convert a delta to star. So here you can see a delta connected network. Between 1 and 2, the resistance is named as R12. Between 2 and 3, it is R23. And between 3 and 1, it is R31. I need to convert this delta form to a star form. So inside the delta, I will draw the star resistive network. And the point which is connected to 1, that resistance I will name it as R1. Similarly, the resistance connected to the terminal 2, I will name it as R2. Similarly, the resistance which is connected to point 3, I will name it as R3. It is very easy to remember the conversion by simply looking at the logics. So I need to find out the value of resistance R1. So if I need to find out the resistance of R1, what I should do is that I should multiply the resistances which are on either side of R1. Either side of R1 means it is R12 and R31. So it is over here and this one over here. So I need to multiply both the resistances. So R1 will be equal to R12 R31 divided by sum of all the resistances in the delta network. So it is R12 plus R23 plus R31. You will get the value of resistance R1. Now if I want to find R2, then it should be the multiplication of the resistances on either side of the resistance R2 which I have marked. So that is R23 and R12. So it is R12 R23 divided by R12 plus R23 plus R31. Now the last one is finding the value of resistance R3. So R3, on either side of R3 we are having R23 and R31. You can observe it here. So therefore R3 will be equal to R23 into R31 divided by R12 plus R23 plus R31. So it is very easy for converting a delta connected system to a star connected system. Therefore, your equivalent delta connected system has been converted to a star with the resistance values R1, R2 and R3. Remember, you always mark the corresponding points and always need to mention across which points you need to find out the equivalent resistances, because the points across which you are finding the equivalent resistance changes, then the value of the resistance also changes. So always keep that in mind. So this is how we convert a delta form to a star form. Now we will see how we can convert a star network to a delta network. That is, from this point to this point, how we can convert it. For that, another set of equations are there. So remember, from delta to star, it is the multiplication of the resistances on either side of the resistance which you are finding out, divided by sum of all the resistances in the delta network. Now we are looking at the conversion of a star system to a delta system. Now here we are having a star connected system, 3 resistances R1, R2 and R3 connected to the terminals 1, 2 and 3. And this is the common point. I need to convert it to delta. That means delta form means I will be having a delta network outside the star network. And I will name the resistance values. This as R12, this as R23 and this as R31. So for finding the resistance R12, it is very easy. You follow this convention. In the numerator, it will be the sum of the product of the resistances inside the delta network, that is the star system. So it will be R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1. So you have to sum of the product of the adjacent resistances in the star network divided by. So you are trying to find out the resistance R12. So you are looking at the resistance opposite to R12. So opposite to R12 is nothing but R3. That means the leg of the resistances which is neither connected to 1 and 2, that is nothing but R3. So here it will be R3. So it will be, numerator will be very easy, R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1 divided by the resistance which is connected to the other leg. It was, here it was 1 2. So now we need to take the third number resistance. So it is R3. Now you need to find out R23. So R23 again similar way it will be R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1 divided by, which is the resistance opposite to R3, that is nothing but R1, or the resistance which is not either connected to 2 or 3. Now we need to find the resistance of R31. So R31 will be equal to R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1 divided by the resistance which is opposite to R31, that is nothing but R2 divided by R2. So you will be getting R31. So for finding all these things, you don't need to remember the formula or you don't need to by heart the formula. Only thing you just have the understanding that while converting a star connected system to a delta connected system, you are in the numerator we are multiplying the sum of adjacent resistances and then divided by the resistance on the other side of the equivalent delta system. In the similar way also for your delta to star connection also, you don't need to mug up, you have a basic understanding. So what are the figure that figure you are having, you always try to shape it to a delta or star form. So therefore it will be very easy for you, and within that system itself you can write it down. So you don't need to mug up the formula, always remember the concept, how we have arrived at that particular equation. So for the depth of understanding, you can also go through the derivation of the things, which will show that the resistance which is measured across the points 1 and 3 or 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 is equivalent in the star form or so in the delta form. So in the next lecture, we will do some problems related to the star delta and delta star conversions. Thank you.